Today we're taking a look at the i-Blason ArmorBox case for the Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus. Thanks to i-Blason for sending this case over for us to take a look at. The ArmorBox cases are known for being beefier and tougher type of cases. They're a little bit more durable than the other cases in the i-Blason case lineup. This case consists of two interlocking layers, a main rear case body and a front frame with a built-in screen protector. The front frame gets installed directly on the S25 Plus, and then it clips into place inside of the main rear case body. The connection formed is relatively strong, and that softer TPU layer on the outside of the harder TPE framing really complement each other to offer a solid strategy for absorbing and redistributing any impact forces from drop events. That should really help keep your S25 Plus safe, even when it goes flying out of your hands. Part of the secret sauce for the case protection in this case is the bezel that's on the front side of the phone. The bezel extends about 2 millimeters past the height of the glass on the S25. This means that when you drop your S25 Plus on a flat surface, like tile flooring, concrete sidewalks, or maybe an asphalt street, the case will actually make that initial impact directly, and the glass will never actually meet that hard surface. Combining this with the built-in screen protector and these huge corner bumpers, this case is really going to minimize any chances of your phone being damaged when you drop it. The corners have a ton of extra TPU material here, and they're relatively strong when I was pushing and pulling on them in order to gauge how much they might compress or how soft they were when the case might impact the ground. As for the main rear case body, this is a thicker TPE material with that TPU bumper all along the perimeter. This type of case is generally excellent for providing case structure as well as offering some cushioning for the phone when it gets dropped. The inside of the bumper where the case actually meets the phone, there's a softer TPU material there. It's not the harder TPE stuff, and it's not going to scratch your phone. The backside has some raised and indented sections, which should help with backside grip when you're holding on to the phone. As for the sides of this case, they also have these traction areas, which I'm a huge fan of. Grip is really an underrated feature of smartphone cases in my opinion, and this case definitely has some grip. Having increased grip will naturally lead to fewer drops. The ArmorBox case is offering MagSafe support, which is very nice to see on a larger case like this. I like using those magnetic rings as well as the magnetic car mounts for navigation. This case features a USB-C flap cover, which is awesome for protecting the USB-C port. You really want to prevent dust, moisture, and other debris from getting into the USB-C port because that's how it's going to end up not working over time. As for the camera protection strategy, we do have a camera cutout section with a built-up bezel, and we actually have a very beefy camera door as well. This is typically what I would consider maximum protection for the cameras and the lenses. If you were to drop your phone with the camera door shut, there's no way that the camera lens or camera would actually make contact with any surface that it falls on. Even if the drop was so significant that the door compressed a little bit, there is a felt layer on the inside, so no matter what happens, the cameras will be safe. Even if the camera door is open, there's still a bezel surrounding the camera area, and the cameras are set back about 1 to 2 millimeters, so they'll never come into contact with a flat surface. The camera door can actually double as a kickstand, which is kind of neat. I like watching videos at my desk at work and in the kitchen on the counter. Looking at this case, in general, it's a bit thicker, so it's possible that this case might not allow for wireless Qi charging on all wireless Qi chargers. You probably want to examine the layout or the type of charger that you have, and if you know the relative power output, you can kind of gauge if a thicker case is going to work on that. If you have an older one or a weaker one, you might want to consider trading up to a new model. Again, protection is really the first and foremost for this case. Obviously, not the slimmest setup that you can get for the S25 Plus, but if you really need that protection factor, this is probably going to be one of your top options. The version of the ArmorBox that I had here today is the black version, but it also comes in blue, red, and green. Overall, I would sum this case up as really providing some excellent protection for your S25 Plus. I'm a fan of the way that the ArmorBox cases look. They're really tanky, and I feel confident in them if I were to drop my phone. If you want to pick one of these up, I'll have some affiliate links in the description below, so definitely head down there and check those out. I'd appreciate it if you could drop a like on the video, as I know YouTube definitely looks at that when they determine which videos to share to other people who are researching S25 Plus cases. Smartphones and mobile tech stuff is what I do around here, so if you're into that kind of thing, you get subscribed to the channel, and ring that bell for notifications. Until next time, stay charged up.